Right now at 10, the river could reach near a record level of flooding in Prairie du Chien soon. Residents are getting ready to sandbag their homes. And the Supreme Court rules that a pill used for abortions can remain available. Lawsuits surrounding the pill continue. Plus, support for a special choir. A donation will help a group of singers who are living with memory loss.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. The Mississippi is still rising, and the city of Prairie du Chien is preparing for the impacts. City officials say projections from the National Weather Service show the crest may happen between April 28th and May 1st. Predictions show river levels may reach 25.2 feet. That would be just below the record level of 25.38 feet. One resident who lives near the river has some experience with high floodwaters and has seen the river get close to his front door. He says he's not too worried because he's been preparing.
As some people say, you have to manage the crisis rather than have it manage you. So long as the predictions are accurate and we can prepare accordingly, I think we'll be just fine, but it's going to take a little work.
Sandbagging operations are underway. The city reports that on Monday, high school students will be volunteering to help any residents. The city is asking people who get water in their basements to cover their floor drains with sandbags to prevent floodwaters from overwhelming the sanitary drain systems. The city announced more road closures today as well. Washington Street from North Beaumont to North Main Street is closed, and First Street from West Wells Street to West Brunson Street is closed. All of St. Ferial Island remains closed. And an evacuation shelter is available for residents who are displaced. People can stay at Hoffman Hall Recreational Center. If you need to evacuate, call Crawford County Emergency at that number on your screen. The city is also asking evacuees to contact Madison Gas and Electric and Alliant Energy. Bottled water is also available for those affected. Residents can pick that up at Hoffman Hall and the Tourist Information Center. But again, like we've been saying earlier today, it's not just Prairie du Chien, but a lot of riverfront communities dealing with high water.
That's right, Ken. We're just getting some new numbers, and we've been getting these numbers in real time. So this is the first time I'm seeing these, and this is the first time you're going to be seeing this as well. So this is as of the top of the hour. Let's go ahead and hit the numbers right now. Winona sitting at 17.13 feet. Trempealeau 649.94. Before I continue this, we've been getting a lot of questions as to why some places are measuring like 17 feet, some places are 649.94. The answer to that depends on who's managing that the river gauge. Well, some places use that mean sea level and others use the feet above the river datum as a reference point. So it depends on who's maintaining that as to what's going on. To put it into perspective, La Crosse, if we were to be measuring the other way, we'd be at about 641.02, but that's simply not the case. So that's why you have some at 600, some between 14 to 17. Real quick, we'll continue the other river levels. Lansing's at 17.05, Wabasha 15.67, Winona's at 17.13, and then we go over to the Chippewa River. Eau Claire is at 775.88 feet. So the bottom line, Ken, the numbers are going to continue to go up. And on the map that you're going to see coming up in the first warn forecast, you're going to see those little dots. Purple means major flooding. Right now, a lot of us are in the red, but you're going to start to see more of those purples line up as we go into the weekend. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
All right, Eric, thanks very much.
You bet.
Back on the news side of things this evening, Wisconsin Emergency Management and the National Weather Service closed out this tornado and severe weather awareness week with a statewide tornado drill today. Municipalities, including La Crosse, ran their outdoor warning siren tests at 1:45 and 6:45 this evening. Severe weather experts say it's important for you and your loved ones to have a plan when those warning sirens end up going off for a real threat. Experts say to have a pre-designated shelter like a basement and to put as many walls as possible between you and a storm while staying away from windows. We have a link with more on emergency planning on news8000.com. One person is in custody after a standoff near the Mall of America earlier tonight. Police closed roads around a parking area on the north side of the mall. A crisis negotiation team worked to get the suspect to surrender. Police say there is no further threat to the community. A Black River Falls man has pleaded guilty to 5 felony counts related to having child sexual assault materials and assault of a child. Casey Zillmer was in court today and entered the plea for 3 counts of child pornography possession, second-degree sexual assault of a child, and child enticement. He was charged with 15 other felony counts related to the case, but those charges were dismissed. The judge ordered an investigation to be done before sentencing, including a psychosexual exam. That investigation is due on June 30th this year. Sentencing is scheduled for July. Zillmer remains held in Jackson County Jail. Tomorrow is National Take Back Day from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Law enforcement agencies around the region will have collection sites set up for you to dispose of unwanted prescription drugs for free. A few of them coming up on your screen that'll be available. Winona Police will have theirs set up outside Winona Senior High. Winona site is also accepting e-cigarette vaping devices and cartridges. We have a link with more collection site info on our website. Wisconsin government officials warn there is a new scam out there trying to get your financial info over the phone. The state's Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection say some scammers are using the state Capitol Police dispatch number to impersonate law enforcement, and then they'll tell you there's a warrant out for your arrest and demand payment over the phone. State Capitol Police are reminding the community that they will never threaten or demand your financial info over the phone, and they say if you get a call like this, just hang up. Debt ceiling talks continue on Capitol Hill, and one Wisconsin senator urging the Republican House Speaker to discuss solutions. Speaker Kevin McCarthy unveiled his plan to address the issue. It would raise the borrowing cap to $1.5 trillion to prevent a national default. But it includes a list of demands that Democrats and the White House oppose. President Biden has refused to negotiate a debt limit increase with House Republicans. Other Democrats, like Wisconsin's Tammy Baldwin, want McCarthy to come to the table.
It is almost cataclysmic if we were to default. And even to have the brinksmanship that brings us to the verge of that is so dangerous for our economy. It has incredible ramifications. So I just plead with Speaker McCarthy, don't default. Don't put our people through that.
Now, it's unclear if McCarthy has the votes to pass his proposal. He said he would work through the weekend to gather more support before bringing it to the House floor for a vote next week. News 8 Now has contacted Wisconsin Republican Senator Ron Johnson's office for comment on McCarthy's plans, and we have not heard back yet. Bills on the Minnesota State Legislature's agenda today would make the state a refuge for youth seeking gender-affirming care and ban conversion therapy for youth. Another bill would also protect out-of-state abortion patients and protect providers. Protesters filled the state capitol today during those votes. All 3 bills passed the Democratic-controlled House earlier this session. The abortion refuge bill passed in the Senate on a party line vote. That bill goes back to the House for an agreement that adds pharmacists to the list of protected medical providers. The conversion therapy ban bill passed with 2 Republicans siding with Democrats in the vote. And the trans refuge bill cleared a procedural test vote. The abortion pill mifepristone remains available tonight and will likely stay that way until at least next year. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Biden administration and the drug maker, who are appealing a ruling that limits the pill's availability. CBS's Willie James Inman has more from outside Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court said Friday it will not limit access to the abortion pill mifepristone, while a lower court challenge plays out.
People can obtain mifepristone via the mail. People can use mifepristone up to 10 weeks of pregnancy. There is no change at this point.
Earlier this month, Judge Matthew Kacsmaryk, a Trump appointee, blocked the FDA's approval of mifepristone. An appeals court then struck down the full ban but set limits on its availability. Another appeal by the Biden administration and drug maker Danco Laboratories will begin next month.
The legal default is to say, let's maintain the status quo while the case is being appealed. And that's exactly what is going to happen now.
Anti-abortion demonstrators outside the Supreme Court were hoping the conservative majority upheld the ban.
Many people misunderstood that when Roe v. Wade was overturned, that was it. That was just a starting line.
The case will likely make its way back to the Supreme Court at some point in the future, where justices would then weigh in on the merits of the case.
The president has been very clear. This administration has been very clear. We are going to continue to fight for women's reproductive rights.
Mifepristone has been used by more than 5 million women in the U.S. since it was first approved in 2000. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
Justices Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas were the 2 publicly dissenting votes. It's unclear if the 7 other justices all voted in favor, but we know at least a majority of them did. In the meantime, Arcadia High School students and first responders are teaming up to showcase the consequences of impaired driving. This morning, they simulated a prom night drunk driving accident. Students watched how an accident scene unfolds. First responders questioned and arrested the drunk driver and extracted the kids from the car. And the simulation ended with a funeral procession for one of the dead. One Arcadia senior hopes the simulation leaves an impression on her classmates.
We hope to influence some high schoolers to avoid making those bad decisions.
Casio says this was Arcadia's first simulation event since 2019. Coming up, a show of support for song. A community donation is helping singers experiencing memory loss find both their voice and a second family.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford truck to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
The La Crosse Community Foundation's latest donation is keeping the love of music alive in the Cooley region. The Cooley Region Giving Hearts Choir, which is made up of community members who are in the early to mid stages of memory loss, received $2,500 from the foundation. The nonprofit choir has grown a lot since forming in 2017, and over time, demand for more supplies and resources has gone up.
We needed to have more music stands. We needed to have more music written up and copied, and more folders. The grant was huge, and we are so thankful for that.
The Giving Hearts Choir has 3 concerts a year, including their spring concert this morning. It was dedicated to 2 members who passed away, Bud and Warren. Cynthia Rankin says the choir has become her and her husband's chosen family.
We feel the loss of Warren and Bud, I mean, like they were our brothers, you know. So, but that's the uniqueness of this choir. It becomes one big family because we all have something in common.
The Giving Hearts Choir is currently accepting donations. We've got more information at news8000.com. Coming up later tonight, an inclusive spin on America's pastime. A league in southeastern Wisconsin is helping blind children find joy in the sport of baseball.
And in the world of weather, here's the radar scan right now. You can see a few splash and dash snow showers across the Cooley region as well as the Chippewa Valley. We will see temperatures go back up, but how warm will we go? I'll have that answer in the first warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
For a state-of-the-art after-sales experience for your Audi, other high-end and European vehicles, there's one place to go, Maury's Audi in Onalaska. Highly trained, Audi-specific technicians will take care of your vehicle while you wait in an exclusive cafe and lounge. Schedule today.
Spring into savings and refresh your home at Ashley with up to 30% off designer picks, where we have a selection of items created by our elite team just for you. Plus special financing options for every budget, only at Ashley.
Made with American biofuels, E15 saves drivers money, reduces emissions, and creates jobs in rural communities. Last year, when gas prices were spiking, President Biden extended summer sales of E15 and saved drivers nearly $1 per gallon in some areas. We can't afford higher gas prices this summer. We need the Biden administration to act again. Tell Senator Baldwin that President Biden must protect access to E15 and extend savings at the pump.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Spring into savings and refresh your home at Ashley with up to 30% off designer picks, where we have a selection of items created by our elite team just for you. Plus, special financing options for every budget, only at Ashley.
When your vehicle needs service, go to Maury's VW in Onalaska. Competitive rates and highly trained automotive technicians will have your Volkswagen or other domestic vehicles back on the road. While you wait, feel the friendly, upbeat, and engaging energy flow of our service lounge. Schedule today.
Come explore and plan your next home improvement project at the Board Store Home Improvement's historic 8-building showroom, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
All right, in case you missed it, I want to go ahead and go over the numbers again, and I want to draw your attention to some of those numbers because you're looking at why some of them are measuring 17 feet, some of them are measuring 649.94 feet. Reason for that, it just depends on who owns and maintains the river gauge there. Some of those river gauges are measured as a mean sea level, and others use feet above a river datum as a reference point. So depending on the location, you're either going to get the 14 to 17 or the 627 to 649. Case in point, Winona is at 17.13 feet. You're expected to crest at 19 feet. Trempealeau is at 649.94. La Crosse is at 14.69. Lynxville is at 627.53. Lansing, you're at 17.05. Minnesota City's at 662.67. Then you go to the Wabasha area, 15.67. Winona is at 17.13. And then the Chippewa River in Eau Claire is measuring at 775.88 feet. So that's as of the top of the hour. And as I said, we're sitting at 14.69 right now. Major flood stage is at 15.5 feet. Right now, we're the 7th highest crest on record. And if we go above that 15.5 feet threshold, which we will, then it's going to put us easily in the top 4. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on over the weekend. And over the next 5 days, that flooding is definitely going to be imminent across the Coulee region. So the bottom line, as I said, if you have to go out and you see water on the roadways, just make sure you turn around and find an alternate route to get to your destination. Just do not drive over it because you don't know how deep that water is on the roadways. Now, the radar scan right now, I want to go ahead and zoom in and I'll give you the grand tour as to what's going on because we are seeing some snow across portions of the Coulee region. We'll go ahead and start over towards the Chippewa Valley area, over towards Eau Claire, seeing some snow. We'll move the map a little bit south towards the Mondovi area, seeing some snow. Portions of Highway 10 and I-94 picking up a little bit of snow as well. La Crosse seeing a few flurries at this hour, but you go to our southern zones over towards portions of Winneshiek County, just south of Decorah, seeing a little bit of snow at this hour. So the snow chances will continue on and off throughout the evening and overnight hours. They'll dwindle down as we go into the afternoon hours of your Saturday. We're only going into the upper 30s to low 40s for tomorrow. So the bottom line, if you have plans, make sure you bundle up. But outside right now, look at Eau Claire. 35 degrees is the current temperature. We have cloudy skies. Feels like 31 out there. Winds are out of the south at 5 miles per hour. We're at 38 degrees in La Crosse. And you look at the feels like temperature, it feels like 33 with winds out of the west-southwest at 6 miles per hour. Other temperatures across the area in the 30s from top to bottom, making for a seasonable evening across the area, and we're substantially cooler as compared to 24 hours ago. As a matter of fact, 9 degrees cooler in Viroqua, 8 degrees cooler in Black River Falls, 7 degrees cooler in Sparta. So here's the setup. That low pressure system that was dominating our area is pushing its way off towards the east. We're on the back end of this, which is what's going to keep us cool as we go into your weekend, and you can see what's behind that front. Temperatures in the 20s, even 30s, 36 in Omaha, 29 in International Falls. So here's a look at your forecast over the next 8 days. So we see temperatures in the upper 40s for Sunday. Then we go back into the 50s starting on Monday. 53 degrees, 20% chance of late rain. Then we go to the double nickel, 55 on Tuesday, 56 Wednesday, and then upper 50s, low 60s for Thursday and Friday. And that trend continues for next Saturday. But again, the big story right now, and this is going to be the big story for the next several days, is that flooding.
Yep, absolutely. Eric Dean, thanks very much, bud. Coming up next in sports, Logan takes to the track for the ABC Invitational, while West Salem faces off with Luther in a Cooley Conference contest. Rob's got it all next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or specialty care, Mayo Clinic Health System offers the best options for care where and when you and your family needs it.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
Every piece of land has a story written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Upshaws, who DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Talk to the John Deere experts at Tractor Central to find out which equipment is just right for your property. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. It's showtime. Now, for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
SOS! Help us save our spring at Pleasureland RV. The late winter has our lots stuffed, and we must reduce inventory immediately. Take advantage of these deep inventory reduction discounts and save your summer with Camping Adventure. This Thursday through Saturday, it's an all-out SOS with new travel trailers for just $165 a month. Save our spring, and you'll save your summer during our SOS sales event at all 9 Pleasureland RV locations, best in the Midwest.
When the insurance company sees Bygoff and Rohde on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how Bygoff and Rohde gets results for its clients.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
It's time to hit the track. Not the greatest weather for it, but Logan High School was jam-packed today. Rangers hosting the 3rd annual ABC Invitational. 6 schools participating, including Logan and Winona Senior. Let's go to the girls' high jump. Logan's Aaliyah Hamilton just getting started here, easily clearing 4.6. Good start there for the junior. Then it's Winona's Chloe Fratsky at 4.8. Fratsky gets over the bar with room to spare. Good effort there. The Winona sophomore finishes in first place with a personal record of 5 feet 2 inches. Great effort from both competitors today over at Logan High. To the Diamond, Luther hosting West Salem for some Cooley Conference baseball. First batter of the game, Chris Calico, rips this one to left field, just barely stays fair. He's in a second with a lead-off double. 2 batters later, the big bad, Brett McConkey, lines one through in a center field. That's a base hit. Calico rounding third, trying to score. He's in safe to give the Panthers the lead. Nice slide. Luther trying to answer. Logan Barr pops one out to right. Could be trouble, but Bennett Burke somehow makes the catch, colliding with his teammate. Luckily, both guys would be okay. Next inning, Burke now at the plate, crushes this one. The right fielder gives chase, but there's no point. Clears the fence for a solo shot. Panthers go on to win it 4-3. They would also win Game 2 by a score of 12-2. Across the river, La Crescent Hoka hosting Lewiston Altura. La Crescent already up big. 2 runners on. Mitchell Raining gets one through up the middle. 1 run scores. They're going to hold the runner at third. Lancers add another. Same inning now. This time, Talon Tranowski, that sounds right, gets one over the third baseman's head. 2 runners come in to score. It's now 8-0 La Crescent. Then in the next inning, Lancers threatening again. A mercy rule. Samuel Peterson grounds one to third, steps on the bag for one, but the ball sails over the head of the first baseman. That's the ball game. Lancers win it 10-0 in 6 innings. Big game for the Bucks tomorrow night, despite not having their best player on the floor for Game 2. Milwaukee making franchise history in the first half, 81 points en route to a series-tying win. But now the focus shifts to Giannis's availability for Game 3. The two-time MVP hasn't played since injuring his lower back in the first quarter of Game 1. And as of now, his status for Game 3 is still in question as he continues to deal with that lower back contusion. Head coach Mike Budenholzer was asked if he thinks Giannis will be able to give it a go tomorrow night. Here's what he said.
The reality of it is when he's ready or anybody's ready, that's when they're going to play. You know, you can't deny the playoffs and reality and human nature and things like that, but I don't think your back or your body knows whether it's December or the playoffs, and you're ready when you're ready. And we're always going to protect him and you know, think about his health, his future, his career.
Now, Giannis did not practice with the team on Friday. He did do some individual training before practice. Bucks are back at it tomorrow in Miami for Game 3. Brewers at home opening up a 3-game set against Boston. Red Sox up 2-1 in the fourth until this. Rowdy Tellez sends this one out in a hurry. A missile to right field ties the game at 2. Then later in the inning, runner in scoring position for Bryce Terang. He finds a hole on the right side. Check out this slide by William Contreras, racing in from second, avoids the tag. Brewers take the lead 3-2, but Boston is going to regain the lead in the 6th, and then the Sox tacking one on in the 7th. Masataka Yoshida finds the gap in left center. Red Sox extend their lead to 2. They go on to win the opening game of this 3-game set, 5-3, the final. As for the Twins, Minnesota got an early jolt from Joey Gallo. His 5th homer of the year gave Minnesota the lead. Twins had a 2-run lead late, but the Nationals get one back in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. Minnesota falls in the series opener 3-2. But some good news for Minnesota fans out there. The Wild up 3-1.
Really?
In a big Game 3. Yep.
Okay, not too bad.
Wolves aren't doing it. You can't have everything. Wild are doing okay.
Are the Nuggets pulling away now?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, boy.
But it's not over yet.
That's
only
true.
Game 3.
Yeah, the series is still going. Rob, thanks very much.
You got it.
We got more news right after this.
No one gives you more choices than Dahl Auto. We have the best selection in the region with over 400 new vehicles from 9 different brands. Schedule a VIP appointment or buy online at dahlauto.com.
Now's the time to save on outdoor furniture from Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. From patio tables and chairs to sofas and sectionals and weather-resistant fabrics, they're all on sale. At Drury's, we have an eco-friendly mindset that is reflected in everything we sell. Whether traditional or contemporary in design, environmentally friendly materials are important to us. And you'll be choosing from quality brands like Homecrest and Brizesta, furniture that's designed to last. Best of all, it's all on sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, drugged driving deaths in Wisconsin have increased nearly 200% over the past 10 years. Help prevent drugged driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Save big on all replacement door and window screens from AdForce. They're durable, easy to install, and offer better protection from pet damage. Pick up a roll of pet-resistant screen for only $9.99 after rebate. Add style and upgrade your home security with Schlage electronic lock sets. Right now, get this matte black electronic keypad deadbolt for just $99.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey Nick, what's your usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that G&T can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on G&T to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about G&T heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
G&T, the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to G&T.
The new cars are rolling in at Dahl Auto with over 400 vehicles available. While other dealers have brochures, we have the newest models on the show floor with all the latest technology and safety features. Experience them for yourself at Dahl Auto.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
The joy of playing a sport is for everyone, and in Milwaukee, kids are getting the chance to play baseball with a bit of help. Stephanie Rodriguez takes us to a game of beeper baseball.
I hear you loud and clear.
America's pastime modified.
It is so much fun and auditory.
Nice job. For kids who can't rely on their eyes to play ball.
I love beeper baseball because I love all the sounds, plus it helps me when I'm in the outfield find the ball.
I feel like it's a good opportunity for people who are disabled to still be able to play sports.
In beep baseball, it's all about the sounds. So they know where to hit it, the ball beeps. And then they follow the sound of the bases to score. It's not about winning, but being able to play.
As many as 70% of children who are blind or visually impaired do not participate in sports or even in sporting activities or gym class. So it's really essential that we give them an opportunity to be active.
This annual Beep baseball game is in its 8th year.
All right, Mr. Beeper, prepare to get taken down.
And Javon hasn't missed an opportunity to come out swinging.
The best part? Hitting the ball and running to my favorite base that makes a favorite sound.
The excitement that it brings him. He's always energetic, first one to run out and get the ball or hit the ball.
Baseball and softball players from Milwaukee School of Engineering run the games.
You want to grab the bat?
Yes, I want to grab the bat.
Showing the kids they can hit a home run too.
Oftentimes with any sort of disability, the focus is on what can't be done, and we really want to flip the page on this and talk about the things that can be done.
And who doesn't love baseball?
It's so much fun, and I feel like I'm included.
So great to see. We'll be right back with one more check of your weekend forecast right after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
At Ashley, spring into slumber with a variety of comfort choices from top mattress brands like Ashley Sleep and Sealy. Or get 0% interest for 60 months on select mattresses. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com for better sleep and savings today.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $37.50 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine.
Visit hometownchevy.com.
At Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, we know the Cooley region's weather is unpredictable. 40 degrees today, 75 tomorrow. Is your HVAC system fully prepared to effectively handle the stresses of the next season? Beat the inevitable rush and schedule your HVAC clean and check today. Be confident your air conditioning unit and furnace will work when you need it. Call Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train.
Your trained comfort specialist, Bagnevsky.
When the unexpected happens, we take every step to get your lights back on quickly. At Excel Energy, we also take it personally. Because your power is our power. Our employees, your neighbors. It's why we maintain, repair, and protect the grid. So we can provide what's important to you and to us. Resilient, reliable energy.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. It's showtime. Now, for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
At Ashley, spring into slumber with a variety of comfort choices from top mattress brands like Ashley Sleep and Sealy. Or get 0% interest for 60 months on select mattresses. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com for better sleep and savings today.
The next 8 days has temperatures in the 40s for this weekend. Snow showers not out of the question tomorrow. We'll go back into the 50s Monday through Friday, even next Saturday, but we have the rain chances in the forecast Thursday and Friday. And I know I've been saying this a lot. Flooding is a big concern this weekend. If you do see water over the roadways, do not drive through it because you don't know how deep that water is.
Yep.
Turn around, find an alternate route, and get to your destination safely.
All right, that's my point. Rob Schiff with the last word.
T-Wolves are still alive. Must win. They're only down 6 going on the 4th quarter.
All right, fingers crossed for the T-Wolves. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.